Welcome to a playthrough that I'm looking very much forward to here on this channel, the RPG Dane, where we love playing good old role-playing games. This one is 25 years old, or almost anyway. This is the Baldurs Gate 1, though it is the enhanced edition. For starters, I should mention that we prioritize blind playthroughs, and I will categorize this as a blind playthrough as well, even though I have played Baldurs Gate one back when it came out in, I think it was 2001, about almost 25 years ago, or was it in 2000? I'm not actually sure. I played it at that time. Actually, I also completed it with my wife, as she is today. At that time she was my girlfriend. And we played it as a single-player game. I think this was the only opportunity, the only option there was at that time. So we were simply just taking turns in controlling our character. Well, I don't remember anything other than the name and the UI, if you can call it that. I don't know anything about the story, their characters, the NPCs, and the way you control things. Maybe there will be some recognition as I go into the game, but as I promised, or as I mentioned, I haven't seen this game for the last 25 years. I know I loved it in that short period where I really played it. I did love it. And I've also been playing Baldurs Gate 3 for a lot of time when it came out here a few years ago. So, but it'll be fun to come back to the basics, back to where it all began. This can also be compared to the Pillars of Eternity playthrough that I'm playing right now, because that should be pretty much the same UI, the same controls, a lot of identical things there. They have learned a lot, or borrowed a lot from Baldur's Gate. Well, I think we should just dive into this, and as I mentioned, I'm really looking forward to revisiting this game almost 25 years later. So I will call it a semi-blind playthrough. But let's get started. I will have to say that the introduction video started right when I opened the game, so we missed that one. But I found out that down here in movies, I can actually see it again. So just so we get the right introduction right off the bat, I will play this movie, Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition introduction, before we actually start playing the game. So I hope you're looking as much forward to this as I am, because I can't wait. Well, let's go. He who fights with monsters should look into it. Okay, that was impossible to read in that speed. So epic, this. Okay, that should set the tone for this. I should also mention that I love RPGs, and I do know and love playing Dungeons and Dragons, though I've only played the 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, the one that Baldur's Gate 3 is based upon. As I understand it, this game, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, are based on the 2nd edition of Baldur's Gate, and in that period of time I didn't play it. I didn't play Dungeons and Dragons, so I just played these games on the computer without actually having any reference in the Baldur's Gate context, and I still don't. So I don't know the system in this game. I know that the Baldur's Gate 2e that it's based upon was kind of tricky for a lot of people to grasp, so the 5e we played today should be a lot easier. So expect me to have to learn a lot about things in there. But, well, that being said, let's go. So, we go back. Start with, I don't play the tutorial because, as I recall it, there will be some kind of monks explaining the game as we go in the opening city. That's how I remember it anyway, unless they changed this, of course. So I haven't touched the tutorial, and I don't know it. So I just want to go straight into the game. Let's say a new game. I have an idea about what I want to play here. I can mention that as well. And I think what I'm going to play is what I think I also played back then, because when I played this game was pretty much the same time as the Lord of the Rings movies came out. And I was a huge fan of Legolas at that point, just loving the speed and accuracy of his bow. And I love that so much that I think I made a character based upon Legolas when I played this game 25 years ago. And I'm going to try something the like, so I would like to go with some kind of elfish ranger type. Though I'm not going to call him Legolas, of course. I'm going to be a male. I recognize some of these portraits. Well, that's funny. Yeah, this one is an obvious ranger type. Oh, there are also some portraits I do not recognize. These I don't know. I think the enhanced edition must have added something. Oh, that's another Minsk portrait. It wasn't. Yeah, we all know Minsk. Wasn't there a portrait of? Oh, so many others. Okay. He's not badass enough. He's too badass. Yeah, then we start over. I thought there was another Minsk here, but did I confuse him with? Yeah, there's a Minsk. Well, whatever. I'm gonna go for, because I want to have a exactly. The race I'm not going to spend a lot of time in this because I already made the choice about what I want to do. But let's just read the relevant things for what I'm going to choose. The elves. Elves tend to be shorter and slimmer than humans. Their features are finely chiseled and delicate, and they speak in melodic tones. Elves are looked upon as being frivolous and aloof. They concern themselves with natural beauty, dancing, frolicking, and other similar pursuits. Their humor is clever, as their songs are poetry. As are their songs and poetry. Sorry. There are 6 racial deviations of elves within the realms: gold elves, moon elves, wild elves, sea elves, dark elves, known as drow, and winged elves, known as Avariel. That's interesting and very much different from the 5e. We just have wood elves, I think, and high elves, and then the dark elves, the drow. So I guess the wild elves will be the wood elves. Probably the one I'm gonna go for, perhaps. And then I don't know about the high elves. Could be the moon elves, I don't know. Well, elves have the following traits: 90% resistance against charm and sleep magics. Oh, interesting. I think they have 100%. They're actually immune to these things on 5e. But not here. I can see infravision. I guess that's what we call dark vision today. So, anyway, I understand it. And here comes the difficult part. What +1 to Thaco. Bonus with bows, short swords, and long swords. And this, sorry about the coughing. This Thaco I don't know very much about. I have read that it means something like chance to hit armor class 0, I think. But I'm not sure. And what I would initially expect is that a +1 just adds 1 to my die roll whenever I make an attack. I don't know. Okay, and then we get a -5% to open locks, and a +5% to pick pockets, and a +5% to move silently, and a +10% hide in shadows. +1 dexterity and -1 to constitution. As I understand it, it is max dexterity and max constitution this influences. I don't know about these open locks, pickpockets, move silently, hide in shadows. I think they're kind of roguish skills, and I'm planning on playing a ranger, not a rogue. I know they are in the same category, but I want to excel in ranged fighting more than these things. We'll look into that later. But this is the elf. Great. I'm gonna go for him. And as a class, yes, I would. What's this? A character's class is like a profession or career. It's what your character has worked and trained at during his younger years. Each class has different special powers and abilities that are available only to that class. Okay, so I can be a fighter, ranger, cleric, mage, thief, sorcerer, and then... Is that some kind of dual or multi-classing this? Thief? Is a thief, is that a rogue? I guess it is, and a mage I would expect to be a wizard when I'm translating it to 5e. Well, none of these includes a ranger, so I'm just gonna go up here. Let's see what they have to say about rangers. The ranger is a warrior and a woodsman who is skilled with weapons and is knowledgeable in the ways of the forest. The ranger often protects and guides lost travelers and honest peasant folk. A ranger needs to be strong and wise to the ways of nature to live a full life. And my class features as a ranger: may wear helmets, great. May wear any armor and use any weapon, okay. So I'm proficient in heavy armor if they do they do it like that? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, sorry about that. I've just had something in my throat for a couple of days, so. Well, may not exceed specialization. 2 slots in any weapon class. See, this is new for me because in 5e there is being proficient and not being proficient, and that's pretty much it. But I think and hope they will explain this as we go. But as I understand it, only 2 slots in each weapon class. May achieve specialization, which is 2 slots in any fighting style. Begins specialized with 2 slots in 2 weapon style, and may place a 3rd slot into it. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That's great. So, I want to use my bow in the ranged if I'm being forced into close combat. It seems, based on this class feature, that it would be obvious for me to be a two-weapon fighter, or dual-wielding, or whatever they call it, 2-weapon. May select a racial enemy, which grants a +4 bonus to hit and damage rolls against the selected enemy race. Ooh, that's a lot. May use the charm animal ability once per day. Gains 1 use at level 1 and an additional use every 2 levels thereafter. Charm animal. Interesting. May use the hide and shadows ability while wearing no armor, leather armor, or studded leather armor. Okay. May cast druidic spells starting at level 8. Okay, that's a long time for that. Alignment is restricted to good. That's fine. I'm planning on playing a neutral good, but it's interesting that the class is alignment restricted. I find that kind of interesting. I understand with the paladin and stuff, but this is just a ranger. Hit die at D10. Prime requisites for dual classing: strength, dexterity, and wisdom. I'm not going to dual class. Okay, let's go for the ranger. Oh, is that like subclasses? Ranger, archer, stalker, and beastmaster. Well, based on my initial plans, I'm thinking archer is the way to go, but... So this is the same as I already read. So what's the difference with the archer? The archer is the epitome of skill with the bow. The ultimate marksman, able to make almost any shot, no matter how difficult. To become so skilled with the bow, the archer has had to sacrifice some of his proficiency with melee weapons and armor. Okay. So probably will not be able to carry heavy armor then. The advantage is +1 to hit and damage rolls with any missile weapon every 3 levels. May achieve Grand Mastery 5 slots in longbows, short bows and crossbows. This is interesting because longbows and short bows are their own category, but crossbows is just one. Is that because there's only crossbows in this game and not heavy crossbow and light crossbow as we're used to? May use the cold shot ability once per day, gains 1 use at level 4 and an additional use for every 4 levels thereafter. And what is the cold shot then? All successful ranged attacks within the next 10 seconds have the following cumulative effects besides normal damage according to the level of the archer. 4th level, so there's nothing before 4th level. Gains 1 use. Okay, so I don't have it until level 4. On 4th level, -1 penalty to targets. Echo. 8th level, -1 penalty to target saving throws versus spell. 12th level, -1 penalty to the target's strength score. And at 16th level, +2 bonus to damage roll. That's interesting. The game goes all the way up to the 16th level. That sounds great. Okay, we do have disadvantages, of course. May only wear leather, studded leather and hide armor. May only become proficient 1 slot with melee weapons. Okay, we'll have to live with that. But I hope I can still, as they promised me with the ranger, I can still get the start with the specialization to weapon style, because that's not an actual melee weapon. Or we'll see. May not use the charm animal ability. Okay, I was just so happy I could do that, and now I can't. Well, anyway, we're going for the archer. In my alignment, as I mentioned, I'm gonna go for neutral good. These characters believe that a balance of forces is important, but that the concerns of law and chaos do not moderate the need for good. Since the universe is vast and contains many creatures striving for different goals, a determined pursuit of good will not upset the balance. It may even maintain it. If fostering good means supporting organized society, then that is what must be done. If good can only come about through the overthrow of existing social order, so be it. Social structure itself has no innate value to them. A baron who violates the orders of his king to destroy something he sees as evil is an example of a neutral good character. Yeah, I like going with that one. I mean, neutral good. You try to uphold the laws, but if you see the laws are wrong and directly evil, sometimes then you will fight for the good instead of the law. That's how I get it. So abilities. Yes, as I understand it, this is actually rolls, and we can re-roll until we find something we're satisfied with. I'm not gonna roll indefinitely here because, well, you don't want to watch me do that, and I don't want to spend my time with this. And if I just wait until I get some crazy maximum roll, that would be some kind of cheating. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna see if I can read something about 85, and then I'll go from there. So here's 84. So if I don't get an 85, there it is. Then I don't proceed any further. And here I come to a bit of a doubt about how. Now I just take all skills as far down as I possibly can. So I expect that dexterity will be the most important thing for me. Well, they mentioned the thief, but I would expect, and I can go to 19 because I'm an elf. What else is important? Constitution. I guess that's still handling my hit points. I would like that to be maxed out also. And then the rest is a little bit more. Oh, I seem to have read something about, or something I remember. There's some kind of insanely good bow here if you use the longbow that actually has a strength requirement attached to it. Kind of funny. Well, in real life it would make sense, but in the D&D universe it's kind of weird. Well, there's nothing like that in 5e anyhow, but I seem to remember it. I don't know if it's from when I played it more than 20 years ago, or if it's something I've read. But I feel like I'm gonna max out the strength. Also, if I'm gonna do not dual wielding, that's not what it's called. 2-weapon fighting. If I'm gonna do that in close combat, then it would be good to also have some strength. I don't know how the melee weapons work in this game. If you have the light property, and then you can use your dex when fighting in close combat. I don't know about that. And then, in this case, I don't know what 07 means after 18. What's the point of that? But, no matter. Then I have 2 left. Wisdom is high, intelligence is low, and charisma is low. I'm hoping for someone else with charisma in the party. I'm trying to think back to remember what party members there were, but they're gone for the most part, except from the ones I revisited in Baldurs Gate 3, of course. None of those seems particularly charismatic though. So I'm thinking, wisdom, is that really necessary to... Okay, I can't get it lower. Wild. So I could give intelligence, charisma 1 each, or I could simply just say... Well, I guess charisma has something to do with dialogue and trading. I'll let someone else handle that, and then I'll give myself another +2 to intelligence. That's how we're gonna do it. So, here comes the skills. So move silently, 45. Hide in shadows, 45. You've been given proficiencies to start your character with. These represent your ability to effectively use weapons. You may choose from any of the selectable proficiencies available to your character class. If your character is a fighter, he will be able to choose the same proficiency up to 5 times. This will grant him additional levels of specialization with the weapon listed. Keep in mind that a character can use any weapon available to his race and class, whether he has proficiency with it or not. However, if he attacks using a weapon that he's not proficient with, he suffers a penalty to his attack roll. The penalty varies according to class. Check the manual for more information. The manual? Oh, it's from that time, sure. Proficiency slot table. Proficiency... Yeah, slot table. So 1 slot is proficient. The character can use the weapon with no penalties. 2 slots is specialized. The character receives a +1 to hit, a +2 to damage, and for warriors only, an extra half attack per round with the selected weapon. 3 slots is a master. The character receives +3 to hit, +3 to damage, and for the warriors only, an extra half attack per round with the selected weapon. High Master, 4 slots. The character receives a +3 to hit, a +4 to damage, a -1 to speed factor, and for warriors only, an extra half attack per round with the selected weapon. Speed factor. Is that something related to initiative? Then we have the Grandmaster, 5 slots. The character receives a +3 to hit, a +5 to damage, -3 to speed factor, and for warriors only, an extra attack per round with the selected weapon. Wild. Okay. I know was it something about I had something for 2-weapon fighting already? Didn't it say that? Yeah. So I'm already at specialized there. Oh, this is different. So with 2-weapon style, it's that the wielder's penalties are reduced to 0 with the main weapon and -4 with the offhand weapon. Also, there is a... Okay. Okay, I thought this was for the same for everything. 2-weapon fighting. The fighting style allows the character to use 2 melee weapons at the same time with fewer penalties. A character wielding 2 weapons without a slot in his fighting style, would incur a -4 penalty to attack rolls with the main weapon and a -8 penalty with the offhand weapon. And then because I'm specialized, it's 0 and a -4. -4 is still a lot. I think I would like to get to the master, but more importantly, my ranged weapons. Crossbow, longbow, shortbow. And this is interesting because in 5e crossbows has a higher damage output than the bows, but they have the loading feat, which does that they can only fire once in a round, while bows can fire more than once if you have the actions for it. I don't know how it works in this game, but I was pretty decided beforehand that I wanted to have the longbow, so that's what I'm gonna prioritize. How far can I get it? This weapon allows the character to use longbows, both normal and composite. Yeah, composite longbow, that's the one that requires strength, I think. The longbow gives the archer maximum reach, and each arrow delivers a substantial amount of damage. But I can't take it higher than 2. Meaning I'm specialized, so I get a +1 to hit, a +2 to damage. Okay, and then for the 2 weapon style, I really would like to buff it up to the 3rd one, so I only have a -2 penalty with the offhand weapon. Then I'm pretty well set there. And then I have 1 left. And didn't it say that I couldn't go any further than being proficient in melee weapons? But what weapons should that be? It's important that it's weapons I can carry 2 up. For instance, a longsword, is that a one-handed or a two-handed weapon? In 5e it's a versatile weapon, so you can use it as both. But I have no idea how it works here. It's also the katana. The finest example of the swordsmith craft and requires great care to use. As skill develops, the wielder and blade become a single being dedicated completely to the art of warfare. These weapons are hard to find outside of Karatura, so care must be taken when considering this proficiency. After all, skill with the katana is only helpful if you can find one. Warning, magical katanas are very rare in Baldurs Gate. Okay. So pretty much they're just saying, don't take this skill. Well, I'm not gonna do that then. Scimitar, Wakizashi, and Ninjato. Is that something worth looking into? This weapon class allows the character to use various oriental swords, including the Scimitar, the Wakizashi, and the Ninjato. Okay, so this shouldn't be a problem. I don't know the damage output of these weapons and the speed, as I understand this influences on initiative somehow. So... I don't know. I'll either go with the Scimitar or I'll take a chance with the longsword. But I don't know, 2 longswords seems weird. Yeah, you know what? I'll go for the Scimitar and then we'll learn. Oh yeah, racial enemy. In their role as protect... Did I finish over here or did I just proceed? Yeah, okay, I was actually done, right? Oh, now I forgot what I did. Great. I put 1 in here. And I put 1 in here. And I put 2 in here. Sorry about that. Just confused and was afraid that I missed something. So, racial enemy. In their role as protectors of good, rangers tend to focus their efforts against some particular creature, usually one that marauds their homeland. Before advancing to 2nd level, every ranger must select a racial enemy. Thereafter, whenever the ranger encounters that enemy, he gains bonuses to his hit and damage rolls against them. Make your selection based on what would be an appropriate match for your character concepts. And the effect is a +4 bonus to hit and damage rolls versus racial enemies. Okay, what don't I like? I'm not gonna choose a skeleton. I don't know, it ranges against skeletons. I don't know how this game works, but I'm thinking they're not the ones I really would like to fight. Trolls, oh, there's more. Orc. Kobolds. Kobold, does it matter? Don't they just die when you hit them anyway? What would we expect to meet a lot here? A dragon? Probably not. Or would it be just too straightforward to go with the orc? Or the ogre? I'll go with the orc, I think. Orcs are the hereditary enemies of goblins and hobgoblins with whom they often compete for resources. Reasonably intelligent carnivores, orcs are constantly waging war against other races to maintain their tribes. These wars will thin the weak predators from their tribes and gather resources for the next generation. Orcs have a reputation for being extremely powerful warriors. Wizards have tried to create orcish variants to take advantage of the race's natural ferocity and strength. Yeah. Like in The Lord of the Rings. Saruman, that's what he does with when he makes the Urukai, I think. Well, I'm gonna go for the orcs. I don't know how much we'll meet of those, but we'll see. My appearance, but I'm pretty satisfied with this. Maybe he's a blonde, that's fine. That's fine. The skin, yeah, I made your cloak. Maybe it should be a little bit more green. I mean, he's an elf. Oh, not purple. Where did the purple come from? Like this. Oh, voice. What we got here? Female. I'm a male. What's an Aeon? Aeon? Well, sorry, let's check that.
Death to you all!
Oh, that sounds like a lunatic.
Your life ends here.
No, not Elvis.
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
Certainly not Elvis.
You got this coming!
Nope.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
No.
Get over here!
No.
Feel my power!
Well, that's the best. For now.
Feel my power!
For justice!
Should that be a jovial? Andrew?
Ha! Death comes for you!
A sound decision.
Have at you! Batter them into bloody rubbish! Ah!
Oh! Oh, that's a woman. That's a woman too.
Take them down!
That's gonna be the male commanding voice,
Feel my power!
I think. So the name? Well, it's not very elfish, but I'm gonna go with my go-to role-playing name, Maligant. All right. So actually, I think he's ready now. Create party. No, I'm gonna start out as a single character here. Alrighty then. And I'm gonna play core rules. Well, I don't want an easy. I could play it hard, but I think this is a game I haven't played for over 20 years, and I don't know anything about it, to be honest, so that would be stupid. Well, I'm pretty okay in this type of games, I think. I mean, on this channel, I'm also playing Pillars of Eternity. There, I also considered bumping it up, but ended up in the middle somewhere also. But on the other hand, Baldurs Gate 3, as I've been playing a lot, I play that on Tactician mode. But for here, I think I'm gonna stick with the core rules. That makes sense. Also, I would expect that's what the original game has been balanced around. I think we're ready to get started, and man, can I wait for this. Let's go.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Faerûn. It is an imposing fortress kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
I like how the rolling text does not match with the voice, but it was great hearing the voice again. I mean, there was some kind of warm recognition feeling here. I'm really, really looking forward to this. It's like playing things for the first time, but at the same time knowing they will be good, because you remember they were good, you just don't remember how it went, how it was. Okay, let's get going. Ooh, this is journal updated. Important events. Gorion, my foster father, has informed me that we must immediately leave Candlekeep and set out on a journey. He has given me some gold and I must purchase supplies for the road, including weapons and armor. Yeah. I need a longbow, I need a scimitar, I need a helmet, and I need some kind of armor. Okay, I can use the shortcut keys, that's great. So I have a staff, that's probably not my favorite weapon, and 130 gold. And then my armor class is 6. I had 10, and then I get a -4 from dexterity. What's my dexterity? 19. Well, that would make sense. In 5e, that would also grant me a +4 modifier, not a -4. Oh, it's because here it's about having slow in armor classes. Yeah, probably it is. So you start out with a 10 basic. That's like in 5e, but then in 5e you add on top of that with armor and dexterity modifier, so you get it higher than 10. Here it's about getting it lower. Okay, I think. And then I have my hit points. I have 10 plus 3 as a bonus. I have 10 because I had the D10 as a hit die. I realized that. I saw that when I made the character, but where do I get the +3 from? I'm really sorry about me coughing all the time, but it's... yeah. So, base Thaco, strength modification -1, proficiency +2, granting me a 21. So you start out with a 20, and then I get -1 from strength. I thought I was pretty strong. And a +2 from proficiencies. I don't understand. And then I have my quarterstaff here. That gives 1d6 damage and a +3 from my strength modifier. That makes sense, yeah. Though why is it only +3? Well, I'll learn as we go. I'm not going to stick with that staff anyway. But I understand it's about getting as low here as possible, but as high here. I don't know. Well, we'll find out. So here I have, that's the game. This is my map. Oh, I can see no fog of war here. I can just see everything. Probably because I live here. Okay. This is my journal. I've already been there. Here's my equipment. And this is my character and a lot of tabs. A lot of tabs. Skills. Lore 1. Reputation. Average. Smooth. Yeah, okay. And these are all my abilities. +1 to hit, +3 to damage. Weight allowance, armor class. Missile adjustment, reaction adjustment. Wow, there's so much I don't know here. I realize now, when I was a young fella back then, when this game came, I just played. I didn't look into all this. I just equipped something and played, I think. I never really dived as deep into these things as I do today. Okay. Stats. Oh, okay, there's nothing there. Biography. Inspired by your foster father's talents of adventure amidst the barrens, hills, and forest of Faerûn, you have learned to appreciate the power and challenges of the wilderness. While you cannot remember ever venturing further than the outer walls of Candlekeep, you are a welcome and frequent visitor to its stables and pens. Much of your time is also spent atop the great towers of the citadel, where birds often seek shelter from both predators and the chill of the ocean winds. Still, you yearn to reach beyond, deep into the meadows and forests that you behold from your lofty perch. You know little of how you came to be a ward of Gorions, but over the years you have gleaned something of your mother's tale from his vague allusions and from the words she sometimes uttered in tear-filled sleep. She was an elf from the high forest and a friend of his for many seasons. As you have no memory of her, nor any keepsakes to remind you of her existence, you have come to believe that she died while giving birth to you. Perhaps it was the pain of such a parting that led Gorion to cloister himself within the narrow halls of Candlekeep and raise you as his own. Of your father you have learned nothing. Okay. Well, let's get going. That was the character. What's this? Spells? I don't have that. And these are priests. Scroll. Alrighty then. I can't. Oh, oops.
At any cost.
So I'm standing outside Candlekeep Inn, as I see it, and that's where I've been told to go to buy stuff. Yeah, that's Candlekeep Inn. Let's start by going in there then. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Yeah, these are the monks. I keep wanting to control the camera with the keypad. I can't. How do I do it then?
Agreed.
Ooh, can't I? Oh, I'll just move to the edges. These are the monks, I remember. They are tutors though. Well, I'm gonna listen to them because I don't know how to play this game anymore.
Hello, child. Shall we continue your lessons?
Greetings, child. I've been told to advise you in negotiating with merchants, innkeepers, tavern owners, and the like. Is there anything I can tell you of such things? Teach me how to buy and sell things. On a store screen, items for sale are listed on the left. Your own inventory is on the right. To buy or sell an item, select its name in the list. Selected items, item icons are highlighted. To purchase selected items, select the buy button, If you can't afford everything, this button will be disabled. To sell inventory items, select Sell. Most stores mark up prices on merchandise. If you sell something, you won't be able to buy it back for the same price. What more would you like to know about how to turn your gold into something more practical? Yeah, well, that pretty much made sense. Teach me about renting a room. When you're in a town, you won't be able to sleep in the street. Instead, find an inn with rooms available. Select a room from the options shown. Then rent the rent button to have your party rest there. The more luxurious the room, the more hit points your party will recover resting in it. But even the sparsest accommodations are superior to the forest floor. What more would you like to know about how to turn your gold into something more practical? Teach me how to listen to rumors in the tavern. If you want to listen to people talk, you'll need to drink with them. Choose the beverage of your choice from the list, select Buy, and listen. Not everyone will say something worth hearing, but occasionally you might hear some tidbit that will turn into a quest you can complete. And then there's nothing more. Nothing right now. That makes sense. Very well. Should you change your mind, I'll be waiting. Oh, quick save. It's the queue. Excellent.
Hello, child. Shall we continue your lessons?
Hello, child. I've been asked to teach you some of the more advanced principles of movement. Is there anything you'd like to know? Okay, this seems pretty straightforward, but let's do it. How do I use stairs? To go up or down a level indoors, hover your mouse over a stairway. If your cursor becomes a set of stairs icon, the way is open. Select the stairs icon to leave the level. On a touch screen, you can select the magnifying glass button on the right side of the screen to show the stairs icon for any stairs in the area. Well, this is not a touch screen. Is there any other information I can give regarding movement and related matters? How do I open doors? I already did that. That wasn't hard, but select the door you wish to open, and if it isn't locked, it will open. Okay. How do I enter or leave a building? If a building's entrance or exit is unblocked, you can enter or leave by selecting an outer doorway. Hover your mouse over any entrance or exit, and the cursor will change to an open doorway icon with an arrow pointing through it. On a touchscreen, you can select the magnifying glass button on the right side of the screen to show the doorway icons for any valid exit points in the area. How do I travel between areas on the world map? To leave the area you're in, select the ground at the map's edge if you can reach it. The world map screen will appear, showing you all the locations you can travel to. Select your destination's icon on the map, then travel. How do I pick up items off the ground? To loot items from fallen enemies, select the pile of goods they left on the ground. A window will show items you can take on the left and your general inventory on the right. Select icons of items you wish to pick up, and they will be transferred to your backpack. Alternatively, activate the quick loot system by selecting the red diamond button at the left side of the screen button action bar. This displays a scrolling list of all items on the ground nearby. Selecting an item icon moves it to your backpack without you needing to find the pile it comes from. Okay, so I can loot an area at once. How do I search for items in containers? To take items from a chest or a bookcase, select the container you wish to loot. A window will appear, showing all the container's contents on the left and your inventory on the right. Select icons of items you want to transfer them to your backpack. Okay, seems pretty straightforward. Nothing right now. As you like. Return to me if you need further instruction. Oh, that's fine. How about this fella? Firebeat Elven Hair. The others are just called tutors. Oh, I can't get... Oh, I'll go around. Is there a button where I can see everything? Oh, tap it. The tap button. Okay. Great. This will come in handy. Firebeat Elven Hair.
It's hard to find decent folk nowadays.
Ah yes, I'm back within the hallowed halls of Candlekeep. With this iron crisis upon us, the trip from Baragost was more hazardous than I care to relate. You're Gorine's ward, aren't you? My, you've come into your own. If you would permit an old man jealous of youth to say so. I left an identify scroll with Tethtoril in the inner grounds. You should be done examining it by now. So, if you could fetch it for me, I'd be grateful. My first quest, except from the main quest, of course. Firebeat Scroll. Firebeat Elvenhair, an old mage who makes the occasional visit from here from Baragost, has left an identifier scroll with Tethtoril in the inner grounds. I swear, without me to run its endless errands, this keep would crumble into the very dust from which it sprang. Yeah, that's what I do here. Help people. Well, I think I'm gonna wait with buying anything over here with Winthrop. I guess that's the one I can purchase things with. Until I've investigated the place. So this means I can go upstairs?
Yes.
Someone sleeping? And he snores. I can't do anything more about that, but this I can loot. Would that be considered stealing? Oops. Nobody saw. Let's go. There's nobody in here. So, oh, this one is locked. How do I open it? I'm not a thief, so I don't know how I can I right click it? No, I cannot. Quick loot. Oh, smart, but not here. Can I use my hand for something? Oh, that's not gonna help. I don't think I can use the staff, right? Does that make a difference? Seems I'm doing the same thing. Oh, now it turns orange. Oh. I can force it open if I turn it orange. Well, silver necklace, let's grab that. It probably has nothing I can do with it, right? How can I see that? Right click? Yeah. No, it's just a standard necklace. Okay. I don't have my staff anymore. Oh. Okay. Someone else sleeping in here? Sleeping dwarf? See, I'm not sure I dare to break this open when there's a sleeping man in the room. Would he wake up? I don't know if he would. And I don't know what happens if... I don't dare do that. Well, there's no one in this room, so... Okay, so I can... Yeah. I failed. Can you try it again with this one? That didn't help. Does it make a difference? Can you just continue, or... No, if you fail, you fail. It seems. So I'm never gonna get it, no. Okay. Oh, there's a person in here. Can I then loot? No, it's locked. I'm certainly not gonna loot that. Nobleman.
Don't touch me. I might catch something.
Yes, might I help you? I'm not gonna rob him. Well, wouldn't it be kind of weird to walk into someone's room and ask who they are? I think I'm just going to say sorry to have disturbed you. Wrong room, I fear. Perfectly understandable. Good eve to you. I don't know if he seemed like he... Oh, there's also someone up there. Should I go speak with him as well? Nobleman?
Away with you, beggar!
What? I certainly hope there's an explanation for this intrusion. Explain yourself. Ah, this is pretty much the same situation as the other one. Yeah, I can rob him. I'm not getting to know my neighbors. That's weird. My apologies. I must have got the wrong I must have got the room numbers mixed about. Dreadfully sorry. Yes, well, just don't let it happen again. Okay. Excellent. So that seems to be this level. Can I go higher? Well, I did miss this chest in here. And that one, but that would be silly. But this one, he's actually sleeping. No, I don't dare. I don't want to start by doing something stupid here. Oh, this is a shield. Why is it a shield all of a sudden? Well,
at any cost.
More to explore in here. Oh, another noble lady, perhaps? Noble woman? And a nobleman.
A pleasure to meet a socially acceptable person, such as yourself.
I'd much prefer if you would leave me be. Okay, I will. How about you, sir?
No time to chit-chat.
Step up to the heat, young one. You'll need a good fire to warm the chill stares of these monks. Most inhospitable they are. Isn't that so, lovely? Oh, yes, darling, they're most standoffish. They're not that. They're a bit snobby, aren't they? I'm not going to go the aggressive way here. They lead a somewhat cloistered life here, so they are unaccustomed to many visitors. You're perhaps a bit colorful compared to what they're used to. Colorful, dear? Perhaps we should dress a little more plainly to fit in? It's worth a try, my dear, although our clothes may only be the half of it. They certainly couldn't react any worse than they have. I thank you for the suggestion, Malagant, and for putting it tactfully. Good eve to you. So I did introduce myself to him, since he mentioned my name there. So what does these shelves have to... Oh! Dagger? Well, I'm gonna get that. What have we here then? This is locked. See, there's nobody around. I feel like trying to... Oh yeah. Ooh, spell scrolls, I think. Armor, infravision. Why are they red? Because I can't use them? Let's check this out. It appears I cannot use them. Not usable by ranger. Yeah. Okay. And then I have a dagger. I don't know if that's better than the staff, really. I mean, the staff is 4 to 9 damage. The dagger is less, I guess. It's only 4 to 7. But then they talked about this speed in the when I made the character creation. There was something about speed. I think that's assigned to the weapons, right? Speed factor 4. Speed factor 2. Does that mean that this attacks? So, speed factor... Well, I would expect a dagger to be faster than a staff, so you would probably be interested in having this number as low as possible. Well, I'm not going to change anything for now. These are not my preferred weapons anyway. So I think it's time I go to this Winthrop guy. See what he has to say. I understand it from a quest that this is where I should purchase my things. The candle key. No, it doesn't say here. It was in the introduction then. It said I was standing before the candle key in ready to purchase what I need. So I would expect it to be here. Let's see.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Well, hello there, young one. Come to visit your old pal Winthrop, have you? Well, don't forget the 10,000 gold piece book entrance fee, as per Candlekeep's custom, don't you know? Well, being aggressive. I mean, this is where I grew up, and from my what's it called? My prologue, not the prologue, the backstory. It said that I've hardly ever been outside this place, so these people, I must know them. You always were the big kidder, Winthrop. That gets funnier very nearly every time I hear it. Well, perhaps not quite so often. Just having a bit of fun with you, my friend. The monks may be walking around with poles in their nethers, but you know, you're always welcome here in my sight. Gorion did well by you, he did. So, is there anything I can do for you? Some drinks? A room to sleep? Or anything to buy? Yeah, sure. What do you have? Well, I'm not gonna sleep because I don't need the rest. Is that my gold? 152? Oh yeah. This is where we trade. Excellent. What's this? Ooh, this was what they talked about the rumors. So I can buy around for someone and they will tell me some useful rumor. Well, first of all, I want to make sure I get the right weapons. I'd like to sell my necklace. I don't need that one. And the dagger. I'm not going to use that one either. And the armor. Oh, he doesn't buy spell scrolls. What a shame. Who does that then? Somebody must. Okay. Most importantly, I need the longbow. Oh, here's the composite longbow. I can actually afford it, but then I only have 8 gold left. Yeah, it requires 18 strength. Somehow I remember that or knew it. I don't know if I've heard it or read it. But that's what I wanted to make sure I could get. But it's going to cost me all my gold. And I would also like some armor. And a scimitar. What's... Oh, the ninjato. Oh, there is a katana here. Oh, wow. Understand. Scimitars here. Whoa, that's expensive too. The ninjato is 1d8 slashing. Speed factor 4. What's the scimitar? That seems worse and more expensive. This, I don't know. And then of course I would also like some kind of armor. I cannot wear metal armor or what? Shields I don't need when I do the dual wielding, or... And then I need a helmet. I can't decide if I should wait with buying until I know exactly what I can afford, or if I should just buy this longbow, this composite longbow now, because I know I want that one and I can actually afford it. That I cannot figure out. Oh, arrows? Oh, you don't... You need to buy your... Alright. 20 arrows for 1 gold piece. You know what? I want that longbow. I'm gonna buy it. And we'll look into the rest. Then I need some arrows. 20 should cut it, right? For now. I mean, I'm still in the city. Okay, and then I would like to find somewhere to sell off this stuff because I don't need it. I can't use it. I don't know, maybe I can pick up some people later that can use it, but... So I now have the crossbow, or the composite longbow. So darn expensive. Oh, so it's not the weapon itself that does the damage like it is the 5e, it's the arrows, and then the weapon grants the bonuses. In this case, Faerûn damage. While it's the arrow itself that does that. Okay. Interesting. Well, I'd like to sell my staff. Maybe I can get a little coin for
My
that one.
old girl's as clean as an elven arse.
That's good to see you again as any other I could have laid eyes on. Make yourself as comfortable as you will. If you wish for anything, just ask. You don't want to... Oh, it has no value. Okay. Well, we are closing in on the hour mark. Actually, we have passed it, so perhaps this would be an obvious place to end the first episode before actually starting to explore this Candlekeep. There seems to be a lot to look at here. But now at least I've got my bow. Well, thank you for watching. I'm very happy to be in this game again after more than 20 years. It's looking great, just as I'd hoped. It's amazing that such an old game can still be so good. Really, really great. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you'll be back for episode 2. I'm looking forward to it very much. I hope you are the same.